Dengan izin Yang Arif, selamat sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini, Jumaat 11 Februari 2022, dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Pelan Pemulihan Negara PPN Fasa 4. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif, Dato Ahmad Kamal, dijalankan secara Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi, Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak agar kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kerjasama tuan-puan agar tidak melayari live streaming di YouTube berdekatan tuan-puan di dalam bilik yang sama semasa prosiding berjalan kerana dikhawatiri akan mengganggu sistem rakaman audio. Terima kasih. Dipohon kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Ashraf bin Shahabuddin, wakil daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Seng Chong bagi pihak Majlis Peguam.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Dayalan Muti untuk Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nombor petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nombor petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian, peguam pengusul atau mover akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen pertama WA 1816902-2021 P1, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Nicole Ilin, pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan M1.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Jaya Rubini Jayaraj hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen Nicole Ilin pada pagi ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Peguam Persekutuan Tuan Muhammad Ashraf bin Shahabuddin mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Encik Tan Seng Chong mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Encik Dayalan Murti mewakili Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan, ya, silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, on the 28th of June 1997, Mr. Eric Sher YP and Ms. Jessie Lim Hui Ping welcomed their first child, the petitioner, into the world. Through their patience, guidance, sacrifice over the past 24 years, the petition appears before this honourable court today as a driven, passionate and confident young woman ready to begin her journey as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. The petitioner completed her secondary education at Sri Aman Secondary Girls' School and subsequently completed her Cambridge A-levels at Methodist College, Kuala Lumpur. After 2 years of study at the INTI International University, where the petitioner was on the Dean's Honour Roll for both years, and the petitioner continued her studies abroad in the United Kingdom at the University of the West of England, Bristol. She was awarded a Bachelor of Laws degree with first-class honours in 2019. Subsequently, upon completion of a bar professional training course, she was called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Inner Temple. During her time in university, the petitioner was the president of the Asian Law Students Association of INTI and was part of the INTI International Universities Mooting Committee. The petitioner had extensive mooting experience, having successfully participated in several notable mooting competitions during her time as an INTI mooter under the guidance of the late Mr. Radhakrishnan Ramasamy. During her bar studies, the petitioner was also part of the Inner Temple Mooting Committee. The petitioner's undergraduate and postgraduate studies were largely funded by scholarships from various institutions. This includes the INTI Merit Scholarship and the Lord Templeman Scholarship from the University of West of England, Bristol. The petitioner is also grateful to have been awarded the Inner Temple Bar Course Scholarship in 2019. The petitioner's academic and extracurricular achievements, as mentioned above, are only a fleeting glimpse into the petitioner's journey, one which is filled with its own set of trials and tribulations. Behind closed doors, the petitioner had grappled with her own self-doubt and personal battles, but was through the unwavering support and advice of the petitioner's family and friends, as well as the petitioner's hard work and drive, that the petitioner had grown and overcome these hurdles. The petitioner owes a high degree of gratitude and appreciation to her pupil masters for their willingness to impart their knowledge to her and to guide her through what would be considered the formative years of her professional career. The petitioner first commenced her pupillage at Mrs. Sivanandan under the tutelage of Dato N. Sivanandan, who has been an invaluable mentor throughout the petitioner's life, being one of her early inspirations that shaped her decision to pursue a career as a legal practitioner in Malaysia. The petitioner is indebted to him for providing her with the opportunity to be attached with the firm when she was 18, introducing her to a side of the profession that she had still hold close to her heart. Her subsequent attachments with the firm over the years during her undergraduate studies and her stint as a paralegal and eventual pupil at the criminal law firm have been experiences that she will continue to cherish. The petitioner subsequently continued her pupillage at Messrs. Dennis, Nick, and Wong, where she was under the tutelage of Puan Rima Ramona binti Muhammad Arif. The petitioner's experience as a pupil under her tutelage and Dato Wong Ren Yen's guidance at Messrs. Dennis, Nick, and Wong has provided the petitioner with comprehensive legal training with the chance to delve into corporate and commercial litigation. The ups and downs of her pupillage journey has shaped the petitioner not just professionally but personally as well. I believe that her appearance before this honorable court today is a symbol of her strength and resilience and hard work. The petitioner now looks forward to the next phase of her career as an associate at Messrs. Lee Hishamuddin, Allen and Glenhill. On the day of her admission, the petition wishes first and foremost to express her utmost gratitude to her parents for their self-sacrifice, unconditional love and wisdom, without which the petitioner would not have been before this honorable court today. She also thanks them for their patience. The petitioner also thanks her brother, whose support and friendship has more meaning than she would admit in public. The petitioner thanks Ni Kopo for being her constant support system. She also sends her appreciation to her relatives, especially the Penang Lim family, who held her in their thoughts and have always looked out for the petitioner no matter the distance and miles. The petitioner also thanks her family in UK who have gone out of their way to post her and be her source of support. Everything that the petitioner is today, she entirely attributes to her family. The petitioner is also grateful for the company, laughter, and friendship of the brilliant, hardworking, and talented people she has met during her pupillage experience, including Andrea Kong, Adisha, Ayman Hakim, Jonathan Fong, Krishnan Gopal, Max Chua, Han Shin, Sarah Rizquin, Sheminix, Nadia, Jordan, Tarshana, and Sanjit. And this list is non-exhaustive. The petitioner thanks each and every one of you for being part of her journey. She also extends a heartfelt appreciation to Haziq Arif, Chris Gu, Evelyn Gunn, Carolyn Ng, Rachel Gui, Ezekiel Chin, Isfaq Kamal, Jeremy Balang, Jonathan Q, Jessica Chen, Natasha Rizwan, Andrew Lang, So Esram, and Tom Pierce, all of whom kept her sanity intact and accompanied her throughout her journey to the bar. For their companionship, advice, and understanding, the petitioner is forever grateful. The petitioner also thanks Dato N. Sivanandan, Puan Rima Ramona binti Muhammad Arif, Dato Wong Ren Yen, Mr. Dennis Apadore, as well as all the partners, associates, and staff at Messrs. Dennis, Nick, and Wong for their guidance, assistance, and opportunities that they have afforded to her. The petitioner gives her special thanks to Gary Ng, Esmel, Emily Wong, Yi Shen, Yen Jun, Stephen Chan, Mui Lin, Kari, Marcus, Jay Moy for being lawyers that she will look up to and has learned a lot from. The petitioner also holds the memory of the late Mr. Radhakrishnan Ramaswamy close to her heart and thanks him for believing in her even when she didn't. The petitioner wishes he was around to witness this moment, but is grateful that he has set an exemplary standard for what a coach, teacher, and mentor should aspire to be. A special thanks also to Ollie, whose carefree attitude, mischievousness, and cuteness have been a shining beacon of positivity during the low point of the petitioner's journey over the past 2 years. The petitioner would like to thank Go Chiayi for being a part of her journey. The petitioner is grateful for his companionship, love, and for having tons of patience. Lastly, the petitioner is also extremely grateful to her mover today, that's me, for taking time out of a busy schedule to move the petition's call, as well as the guidance, support, and friendship she has provided to the petitioner. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I verily believe that all cause papers are in order and that the relevant bodies have no objections.
Jabatan daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Ya Arif.
Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Accordingly, Yang Arif, I humbly pray that this honorable court grants an order that the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Nicole Sheikh Ilin untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
I am much obliged, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Sama.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kedua WA 1824003 P2, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lee Zikin, Pempetisyen kedua.
Silakan M2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, James Chow, Peguam Pengusul untuk Pempetisyen kedua Lee Zikin. Yang Arif, sebagai SOP, saya memohon meneruskan prosedur ini dalam bahasa English.
Ya, dibenarkan, silakan.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, let me introduce the petitioner Lee Zikin. She was born in Klang and came from a happy family of 7, where she is the eldest child among her siblings. Her father, Lee Ah Boon, is a civil engineer, and her mother, Hua Biswat, is a teacher. The petitioner family has had provided the greatest support and resources to her to pursue her dream in becoming a lawyer. She graduated from University of Liverpool and completed her BPTC at BPP London, United Kingdom. My lord, what has inspired the petitioner to become a lawyer perhaps is a natural inclination to stand up for people's rights and the sense of responsibility which made her become interested in practicing law in her early age. All the experiences as a class representative or school prefect back in the school days had made her a person with ability to differentiate right or wrong and to provide assistance to the people in need. Also, it is her strong desire to be able to protect her family that made her wanted to become a lawyer. With the legal knowledge, the petitioner could empower herself and to protect her family in the event they face any difficulties in the future against both black and white forces. My Lord, it wasn't a smooth ride in pursuing the legal path for the petitioner. The petitioner struggled in completing her BPTC as the exam was cancelled twice and postponed for nearly a year due to the pandemic. However, the petitioner never gave up and managed to secure a slot with the British Council Kuala Lumpur to take the exam in October 2020 and finally successfully passed the bar in November 2020. Walter Elliot, a Scottish politician who supported devolving powers to Ireland in 1920 in the Ireland Act, was an enthusiast for the Empire Marketing Board, free milk for school children and greater intervention by the state to improve people's lives, once said that perseverance is not a long race, in many short races, one after the other. The petitioner has learned the perseverance and eagerness to learn are the keys to success. Sometimes it does not take once to succeed, but twice or even more attempts to achieve the goals. And all of you are listening here, the petitioner said the road to success is paved with obstacles. Never let challenges or past failure to stop you. It took the petitioner several failures before she had successfully secured a privilege with Monsieur Manjit Singh Sharif, Muhammad Razi and partners. There were some difficulties during her privilege. For example, she has gained little practical legal experiences as the court will close and many things were transformed to online, for example, e-filing, e-review practices. The petitioner was also arranged to work from home for a few months due to the COVID-19 pandemic, got worsened in June 2021. However, the petitioner never stopped trying to strive better. My Lord, the petitioner has composed a pantun with the assistance of her mother, which is a teacher, which sounds like this. Burung pipit, burung unggas, hinggap di tepi paya. Wajarlah kita bekerja keras agar sukses dalam kerjaya. The result shows that the petitioner hard work paid off, whereby the petitioner has successfully retained by her current firm, and she's truly grateful for this opportunity. My Lord, today, after all the roller coaster experiences and unprecedented challenges, the petitioner is proud to say that she's finally getting called to the Malaysian bar. The petitioner cherished all the opportunities that were given to her in many different aspects. The petitioner do not aspire to be an incredible, successful lawyer, but aspire to be a lawyer who works for every matter or cases with charitable responsibilities, even after 5 or 10 years. The petitioner aspires positively contribute to society, excel in legal practice, so that she could further provide good service to the public. And my Lord, if order in term is given to enclosure 1, the petitioner is proud to make her parents and family proud. It's never been easy to pursue legal career, and the petitioner would like to express her sincere gratitude and appreciation to her parents for acting as a beacon to lead her when she was lost in darkness. The petitioner would like to say thank you to her father, even though she hardly expressed her feeling towards him, and the petitioner wished to let the father know how much she cared for him. And the petitioner also would like to thank her mother, who always there for her and pushing her towards her goal. And she also would like to thank her siblings for always encouraging her, seeing her as their role model. My Lord, the petitioner also would like to thank her master, Mr. Alvin Lee, which I know him since our college days, since last millennium. And I was told he was recently engaged, and congratulations to him. And also she would like to pay thank you to the patriarch of Mr. Manjit Singh Sharif, Muhammad Razi and partners, Dato Manjit Singh, and her fellow colleagues for the guidance at work. She also would like to thank her friends, Kong Xian, Audrey Lau, Pei Yi, Chin Tong, Melody, Ling Ling, Chai Xia, and all the high school mates for supporting her unconditionally throughout the journey. She also would like to extend her appreciation to her bar comrades, Esther Koh, Junian, Raver Yi, and Esther Ulusugari. The bar would not have been a great without them, and the petitioner will wish all of you every success in your future endeavors and healthy life. And last, my lord, the petitioner would like to congratulate all the petitioners here today. She said we have all faced a challenging privileged experience that has never happened before, and we all overcame it, and we're all ready to take the next big step in life beyond the privilege. My lord, I believe all the course papers are complete and in order, and I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate as solicitor of High Court of Malaya. And I also believe my learned friends from respective bodies does not have any objection towards endorsement 1. Therefore, I humbly pray that your petitioner, Lee Z. King, to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of High Court of Malaya.
Negara tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Lee Zikin untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
My lord, I seek leave for the petitioner to self-rope herself.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Saya Tuhan Budi Yang Arif.
Ya, sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ketiga WA 18-259-03-2021 P3, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Isabel Sayanjin, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Silakan M3.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lee Pei hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Isabel Xiao Yanjun pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Ini adalah Pempetisyen penerimaan masuk Pempetisyen Isabel Xiao Yanjun sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Sila teruskan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. May I introduce the petitioner, Miss Isabel Xiao Yanjun, was born on 30th May 1993 in Sandakan and is the middle child of 3 children to Mr. Xiao Kok Chi and Madam Lee Xiu Mo. The petitioner's father is watching the live stream remotely today. The petitioner studied and completed her law degree in 2016 at University of Reading, United Kingdom. She then proceeded to study the Bar Professional Training course at City University of London, United Kingdom, and was admitted to the Honourable Society of the Middle Temple in the same year, and was called to the Bar of England and Wales on the 27th July 2017. Upon completion of her study, the petitioner commenced her pupillage as Mrs. Jeff Long Poon and Wong under the tutelage of Miss Lee Xin Yi. First and foremost, the petitioner wished to record her utmost gratitude and appreciation to her parents for their unconditional love and unwavering support in all of her life pursuits, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her lifestyle. The petitioner's parents have always taught her to be hardworking, consistent, and to put in her best effort in everything she does. The petitioner is immensely grateful for their unconditional love, endless support, and willingness to put their child before themselves. The petitioner is very appreciative of her parents' guidance and encouragement, which have shaped her to be the person she is today. The petitioner hopes she has done her parents proud by them being able to witness their daughter entering this honorable profession. The petitioner would like to thanks to her sister Bridget Shao and best friend Sarah Tiong, who turns to in times of joy and sorrow. The petitioner also wished to express her gratitude to her grandmother and her mother, who would not be doubt incredibly proud to witness this momentous occasion. The petitioner would like to express her gratitude and appreciation to her pupil master, Miss Lee Xin Yi, and her team leader, Miss Joy Lim, who has provided valuable teaching and guidance throughout her pupillage. During this time, the petitioner was exposed to the legal intricacies of corporate transactions, closely guided by her team leader who monitors her professional developments. The petitioner is grateful to her team leader for giving her the requisite opportunity and exposure to the corporate field. The petitioner would also like to thank her friend Christine, Tyler, Kei, Johnson, Yiming, Ashley, and Xiaoxin, who have embraced her flaws and for making the tough time more bearable. The petitioner also wished to express her gratitude to her colleagues at Jeff, Leong, Poon, and Wong, who have given her ample support, guidance, and irreplaceable memories throughout the time of working together during her pupillage. The 9 months of pupillage has taught the petitioner the value of hard perseverance and the determinations. The petitioner is also extremely grateful to me, her wooer, who has kindly agreed to take out her times to move her court. The petitioner thanks all her friends from all stages of her life who have been indispensable in her journey to becoming a lawyer, for always being her attentive listener and pillars of support in time of need. She is truly grateful to everyone who have made time to witness and share this joy of occasion. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chamber, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Council Committee respectively have no objection to this motion. As such, Yang Arif, I humbly pray that the petitioner, Isabel Shao Yanjun, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam Negara tak ada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Kuasa Peguam tak ada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Isabel Shao Yanjun untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Yang Arif, saya dengan ini memohon kebenaran Mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen menjubalkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Tiga boleh duduk. Terima kasih. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen keempat WA 18-270-03-2021. P4, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Kuang Jiayin, Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan M4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Alison Ong sebagai Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen keempat. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor adalah seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Kuang Jiayun, who is also commonly known as Jia, among her fellow friends and colleagues. The petitioner was born on the 10th of January 1997 in the heart of Malaysia. She's the youngest child of the late Mr. Paul Kuang Kamwa and Miss Sharon Cheng Siu Suan. The petitioner read law at Cardiff University and thereafter undertook the Bar Professional Training Course, the BPTC for short. In February 2021, she was called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Honourable Society of Middle Temple. She then commenced pupillage at Asman Davidson and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Chong Hui Yin. Prior to this day, the petitioner experienced a few personal setbacks, which caused the petitioner to doubt her capabilities on whether she could go through the next few stages of life and become a person whom she could be proud of. When the petitioner began her legal journey, she was set on two simple goals: to give it her all and to make her family proud. The petitioner's legal journey was no walk in the parks, as it was tough and competitive. And there were times where the petitioner felt it would have been better to just throw in the towel. However, despite the doubts and struggles faced, the petitioner obtained her law degree with satisfying results, and on top of that, passed the BPTC in one sitting. Following the completion of her pupillage journey, the petitioner was retained as a legal associate at Asman Davidson and Co. These accomplishments were beyond the petitioner's expectations, and the petitioner is very grateful for what she has achieved so far at this stage of her life. The petitioner truly believes that she grew into a hardworking, determined, strong-minded, and a more confident individual throughout her legal journey. Besides personal growth, the petitioner has witnessed how precious life is, as it does not last forever and will eventually end. Therefore, the petitioner is reminded about how time is luck, and it should be spent appreciating the little yet meaningful things life has to offer. Moreover, the petitioner has established that it is not about how many times you have fallen in the past, but it is about how many times you have chosen to not give up after each fall, and that past failures do not determine what you are capable of achieving for the future. Hence, today's event marks a very important milestone for the petitioner, as it shows how far she has come in life as a person by overcoming past doubts and struggles and achieving the goals she had set out at the beginning of her legal journey. Yang Arif, on this momentous occasion, petitioner would like to express her utmost appreciation to the people who have played an important role in the petitioner's legal journey today. First and foremost, the petitioner would like to dedicate today's milestone to her late father, Mr. Paul Kuang. Mr. Kuang was loving and the most kind-hearted man in the petitioner's life. He always taught to the petitioner's strengths and not her weaknesses, and always believed in her even when she didn't. He was the true definition that not all superheroes wore capes, and was the petitioner's very own Superman. As much as it aches the petitioner's heart that he is not by her side today, She is reminded that he is always watching from heaven above and will forever be her guardian angel in life. Together with her late father, the petitioner also wishes to express her gratitude to her mother, Miss Sharon Cheng, her elder brother, Kwong Jia Shen, her godparents, along with her other family members, known as the TTDI FamBam, for always supporting the petitioner in everything she pursued. They've always picked the petitioner up when she fell and never failed to be there for her when she needed them the most. Words cannot describe how thankful the petitioner is for her family's unconditional love and support, which shaped the petitioner into who she is today. The petitioner is grateful for her pupil master, Mr. Chong Hui Yin, and Miss Sonia Abraham for taking her under their wings. The petitioner is thankful towards both of them for the opportunity to kickstart her legal career at Asman Davidson & Co., and for providing her valuable and fulfilling learning experiences. Moreover, the petitioner would like to thank her fellow senior colleagues, Ikram, Arjun, Sandy, Lydia, Elizabeth, Nicole, and Brandon for their guidance, patience, as well as being mentors whom she could respectively look up to. The petitioner is also truly blessed for the Asman Davidson's pupils, Sam, Kiran, Jivitra, Kate, Joey, and Angie, for the enjoyable and memorable pupillage journey. The petitioner would like to specially thank Desiree, Jess, Vinny, Adrian, Celine, Dayani, Carmen, Nabila, Kim, MP, Alex, Andrea, Kev, Divine, Ashwin, and her teammates from Cardiff Frisbees and Rhonda Dragons for going through all the ups and downs of life with her and for making the petitioner's legal journey one of the best years of her life. Lastly, Yang Arif, the petitioner also wishes to express her appreciation to Leway and his family for all their care, love, and moral support they have provided throughout the petitioner's life so far. The petitioner understands that legal practice is not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, and tougher challenges are ahead of her. Moreover, the petitioner believes that with the willingness to learn, hard work, and a humble attitude, any challenge can be overcome. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I also believe that the petitioner's papers are all in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee respectively have no objections to this motion. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada mahkamah ini agar pempetisyen Kwong Jia Yun diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Ya, izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Kwong Jia Yun untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya juga pohon agar pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima WA 1828303/2021 P5, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Bu Cheng Xuan, Pempetisyen kelima.
Silakan M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lim Jit Kiong, Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen kelima Bu Cheng Xuan pada sesi ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan terlebih dahulu. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon untuk meneruskan hujahan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Yes, silakan.
Terima kasih. My Lord, the petitioner Bu Cheng Xuan was born and raised in Johor. He graduated from the University of Liverpool with first-class honours and thereafter pursued 2 master's degrees, one in environmental law and policy and another in bar professional training at University College London and City University of London, respectively. Now, during his postgraduate studies, the petitioner's desire to help the less privileged led him to volunteer at free legal advice centres and charitable organisations in London, where he dealt with housing, employment, and domestic violence matters. He was later called to the English bar by the Honourable Society of Middle Temple in July 2018. Shortly after leaving the UK, the petitioner commenced his legal career as a legal executive with a notable Singapore law firm focusing on corporate and commercial matters. He subsequently commenced and completed his pupillage at Messrs. Shen Delamore and Co., where he focused on technology, media, telecommunications, and intellectual property laws. The petitioner would like to thank his pupil master, my learned friend Ms. Janet To, for taking a deep interest in his career and personal growth. The petitioner is immensely grateful for her thoughtfulness and understanding, especially when it concerns the petitioner's well-being, both within and outside of work. The petitioner would also like to thank the other members of the intellectual property and technology teams with whom he worked from time to time for their guidance and support. In particular, Ms. Karen Abraham, Mr. Timothy Xiao, Raghu, Elise, Kangren, and Jess. The petitioner would also like to express his gratitude to his father, Mr. Bu Chin Leong, his mother, Madam Tan Su Lan, Sister Hui Yun, and brother Cheng Yun for their unconditional love and support throughout the years. He's grateful for the guidance he had received throughout his legal studies and pupillage from his father and sister, both of whom are also advocates and solicitors of this honourable court. Finally, the petitioner would also like to extend his gratitude to all of his close friends and relatives for always being there for him. Needless to say, all these people had shaped the petitioner to be who he is today, and without their encouragement and support, the petitioner might not have been able to successfully complete his legal studies and pupillage. Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak dan sesuai untuk diterima masuk sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya bahawa segala surat cara adalah lengkap dan teratur dan tiada bantahan dari pihak-pihak yang berkenaan. Maka, dengan hormatnya saya memohon agar Pempetisyen Bu Cheng Xuan diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Bu Cheng Xuan untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Arif.
Sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 WA 18 1796 12 2020. P6, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chan Zintong, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Silakan M6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tarminda Singh hadir untuk mengusul petisyen Chan Zintong untuk diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Cara dan Peguam Bela Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya untuk mengenalkan pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, your petitioner, Chan Zintong, born on the 14th of May 1996 in Kuala Lumpur, is the youngest child of Mr. Chan Keng Tiong and Madam Wong Siu Ha. Despite poverty and not themselves being highly educated, both Mr. and Mrs. Chan recognize the opportunities arising from education. Hence, your petitioner started her early education in St. Mary's School in Kuala Lumpur. Deeply motivated by her desire to give voice and protect her parents and others like them who were not so fortunate to obtain education due to poverty, your petitioner set her mind on becoming a lawyer. More than once, my Lord, during our conversations, your petitioner indicated that she aspired to provide legal representation to the vulnerable and disadvantaged groups in society, a very noble aspiration indeed. Your petitioner read law and graduated with a second-class honours upper division degree from the University of Birmingham. 2 years later, your petitioner was called to the Bar of England and Wales as a member of the Gray's Inn. Upon completion of her bar studies, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in the chambers and under the supervision of my learned and able friend, Miss Jolene Low, at Messrs. Othman Hashim and Co. Today, at these proceedings, marking the formal beginning of her legal career, your petitioner would like to thank her parents as well as loved ones nearest and dearest to her for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Her parents never ceased to believe in her. Your petitioner says that no words would be enough to express her gratitude to her parents for their love and sacrifice. Your petitioner would also like to thank her significant other, Brian, who took great care of her throughout her pupillage by being her confidant and certainly not forgetting the lunches he brought her daily at work. Your petitioner would like to thank her pupil mates for their patience and companionship. They are Saiza, Anati, Sheldon, Hui, Diong, Andrew, Nicole, and Shirley. It was not a smooth sailing throughout the petitioner's pupillage, but her pupil mates made these tough times less unbearable. Your petitioner also likes to take this opportunity to thank Miss Carrie Cheng and Miss Seraphine Santi, who both have been her mentors since the first day of her pupillage, guiding her through the times and learning side by side. Finally, your petitioner would like to thank everyone at Othman Hashim & Co. for making her experience there an unforgettable one. Yang Arif, saya percaya pempetisyen merupakan seorang yang sesuai dan berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya segala kertas kausa pempetisyen adalah teratur dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya masing-masing dari Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan kepada petisyen ini. Oleh demikian, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya pempetisyen Chan Zintong diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Sekian.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Ketua Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan dari jawatan kuasa Peguam Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Chan Zin Tong untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk petisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri, Yang Arif.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-7 WA 18 1845 12 2020 P7, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Yasmin binti Khalid, Pempetisyen yang ke-7.
Silakan M7.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Abu Bakar bin Haji Saramat adalah peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen ke-7 Yasmin binti Khalid. Bersama-sama adalah rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Majlis Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan ini Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan, silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, your petitioner Yasmin bin Khalid was born on 31st December 1996 in Batu Pahat, Johor, to Mr. Khalid bin Dato Ahmad and Madam Maria binti Syamuddin. She is the eldest of 4 children. Her SPM result of 10 A's in 2013 promised a great deal to follow and landed her a full scholarship from Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam JPA to pursue A-level. Despite not being able to further her study in the UK, the petitioner still emphasizes that pursuing A-levels was the best time of her life. Fast forward to 2020, the petitioner was conferred a Bachelor of Law with honours from the International Islamic University of Malaysia. In the same year, the petitioner was fortunate to be offered a place to complete her pupillage under the guidance of Encik Izam Shah bin Dato Abdul Rahman and Abdul Rahman and partners. The petitioner has, over the course of last year, had the privilege and pleasure of being able to witness the role of an advocate and solicitor in defining the multi-dimensional web we weave as a society. The petitioner's experience at the firm provided her with ample opportunities to think on her feet, and as she gets to see the realities of the world, learn how people are facing and overcoming obstacles, as well as applying what she gained during the entire course of her pupillage in the hope that she can make a difference in her own way. The petitioner values what she has learned and is set to learn and accomplish much more in life. The petitioner stands here today because her family, especially her parents, believe in her even in the face of failure and constantly push her to achieve great things in life. The petitioner described her father as caring but stern and who instilled discipline in the petitioner, and her mother who supports and encourages her in everything. The petitioner knows no way of ever repaying the magnitude of her mother's love, but hope to make her proud every day. The petitioner feels immensely privileged that her parent provided her with the best gift in life in the form of education. The petitioner has always been ambitious as a student because her parent told her that studying was her only chance for making a success in the future. The petitioner made a remark that education is really important to her because it gave her the confidence that she otherwise would not have. It also gave her the age of thinking critically to be independent-minded. The petitioner is aware of privilege she has, and so she believes that all children in Malaysia deserve the opportunity to attend excellent education because education is the only way to change our life for the better. With a strong passion in this cause, the petitioner has been an advocate for the tech for Malaysia to raise awareness of the education inequity in Malaysia during her university days. The petitioner hoped that one day no one will get left behind in their studies because only with knowledge we have the courage to speak against injustice. The petitioner would like to thank not only to her master but also to the lawyers Nur Farahdiana and Nur Zulaika, teaching her the law and inculcating in her the need for precision and accuracy in practice. The petitioner is also grateful to support staff and Abdul Rahman and partners for their willingness to impart knowledge which thereafter contributed to her fulfilling work experience in the course of 9 months. The petitioner would also like to express her gratitude to all her friends who, in the darkest of time during the pandemic, have fortified her spirit and in the best of time have given her the precious gift of moment to live for. Lastly, the petitioner would also like to acknowledge of all the individuals whom she has crossed paths with for making an impact of her life, no matter how big or small. Yang Arif, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friend from Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, and Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee and Selangor respectively, I have no objection to this motion. Dengan rendah diri Yang Arif, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen ke-7 iaitu Yasmin bin Khalid diterima masuk dan didaftarkan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Yasmin binti Khalid untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen ke-7 menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat tengah hari. Pertamanya, Mahkamah ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang telah hadir di Mahkamah pada pagi tadi, iaitu wakil-wakil daripada Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor serta semua peguam pengusul. Saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada semua ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan-rakan para pempetisyen dan semua pihak yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir secara maya bagi menyaksikan perbicaraan kita pada pagi tadi yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video. Tidak lupa juga, saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar, iaitu masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan mendidik pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada tengah hari ini. Nicole Shih Ilin, Li Zikin, Isabel Xiao Yan Jun, Huang Jia Yun, Bu Cheng Zuan, Chan Zin Tong, dan Yasmin binti Khalid. Di kesempatan ini saya ingin merakamkan ucapan syabas dan tahniah kepada anda semua kerana telah sebentar tadi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. For those of you who have just been admitted, 11th of February 2022 will be a very special day. For on this day, as a result of the order which I have just pronounced, you have become an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya and an officer of this court. Now, as a result of this simple but important ceremony, you have the right of audience in court, a right and a privilege which sets you apart from others who have not been so admitted. At this time, you are entitled to pause on the journey of life, to stand proud, and to derive satisfaction from your achievement in gaining admission to the bar. For your admission represents the culmination of many years of dedicated study and sacrifice, many years of hard work, punctuated at times with anxiety and anguish. But that is over. You have now reached your goal. You are now entitled to savor this pleasurable moment in your life as you embark on a professional career in the law. On behalf of the judiciary, I warmly congratulate each of you and welcome you to the fraternity of the law. Not only is this a memorable day for you who have been admitted, but it is also a memorable day for others. Let us not forget those loved ones, your parents, your siblings, your wider family, your friends, who during the long years of study have lovingly and loyally helped and supported you, have given you the strength and sometimes the wherewithal to carry on. They too, each and every one of them, deserve your gratitude and your appreciation. On your behalf, I publicly thank them. Without their love, loyalty, help, and support, and the many sacrifices which they have made, you would not be standing where you are today. They too are entitled to share in the pride, the joy, the satisfaction of this special day. Seperti yang kita telah dengar sebentar tadi, Datuk Chow telah menjual serangkap pantun kepada saya. Ini memaksa saya untuk membeli pantun Datuk Chow, tapi bukan dengan serangkap, tapi saya akan membelinya dengan 2 rangkap pantun. Pantun ini saya tujukan kepada semua pempetisyen dan juga ibu bapa yang ada pada tengah hari ini. So saya harap semua pempetisyen dapat menghayati pantun ini kerana pantun ini menerangkan sedikit sebanyak pengorbanan yang telah diberikan oleh ibu bapa anda kepada anda sehingga anda bergelar sebagai seorang peguam pada tengah hari ini. Pantun saya adalah berbunyi seperti berikut. Tanam keledek, tumbuh melata, tumbuh subur di tepi telaga. Kasihkan anak, bersengkang mata, sanggup berkorban jiwa dan raga. Tanam tebu tidaklah payah, bila tumbuh pastinya suka. Ku kasihkan ibu, ku sayangkan ayah, tiada terbalas jasa mereka. And now, to your future as you enter the profession in these challenging times in the midst of the pandemic, I urge you to keep 4 points firmly in mind. First, let your goal always be the pursuit of excellence and professionalism. Secondly, remember the twin duties, the duty to the court, the duty to the client. Thirdly, remember that as an officer of the court, you have both exclusive privileges and heavy responsibilities. Do not abuse those privileges. Always discharge those responsibilities. At all times, duty must prevail over self-interest. At all times, there must be the clear stamp of honesty and integrity. Fourthly, remember that the practice of the law is more than a mere business. It is a profession, a learned profession, which is based on service to your fellow citizens. As you go forth to your new calling, I wish you good luck. There will be much hard work, many joys, many disappointments. I believe that you will derive immense personal satisfaction from the practice of the law, and I believe that you will not regret your choice of vocation. May I conclude by congratulating each one of you and your parents and loved ones once again on your admission to the bar, and I wish the very best of luck in your career at the bar. With the hashtag of stay home, stay safe, kita jaga kita. Mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan.